Well, good day, my friends. I am Rick Izquierdo from Lone Star Jukebox Media. I want to thank my boy Leroy Gibbons for the photography side of things, Henry Rogers from our sound engineering. We have Justin, who got to San Antonio as quick as he could. And then, ladies and gentlemen, some people call him handsome. You know, there was, the Pavarotti of the Plains who passed a few years back. But I'm just telling you that we have been so hot and so hip on Garrett T-Caps. And Garrett, welcome to the Continental Club. Welcome to Houston, my friend. Good to see you.
Thank you. You too. I got to San Antonio as fast as I could as well.
Yeah, where are you from originally, sir?
San Antonio.
Okay, so you got there pretty quick.
Yeah.
Didn't take long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it might have taken a long time.
I was there last week. I was
You were there last week?
at a public health conference, but I was recovering from this damn knee surgery, so I was hobbling around like something. But so Garrett T-Caps, having been in radio for 30 years and having interviewed everybody from Doug Sahm, who I know you love, to Willie, to Cash, to you name it. I don't get excited about a lot of stuff, but man, whatever you have going, and I don't really know how to explain what Garrett T-Caps is, but I just tell people, you got to listen to this shit. This guy is awesome.
Thank you.
So if somebody walked up and they're from New Hampshire, because I don't know anybody from New Hampshire, and I said, meet my friend Garrett T-Caps. Garrett, what do you do?
I make Tex-Mex Space Country in San Antonio, Texas.
God damn.
More or less, I think.
I like it. I like
Elevator speech.
it. On the way up here, I was listening to, I'm from San Antonio and Garrett Guisada and all that stuff. I'm like, God damn, that boy's Mexican, man. He's officially my...
Definitely not.
But you
Very,
are today,
very
sir.
white.
But you're not a pinche gringo. You're truly an honorary Latino, and we love you, man. So, how did all this start? Where did Garrett T-Caps? Were you a musician as a kid? Was your family in music?
Yeah. My mother played piano. My father was a music fan, and I played drums growing up. And I started writing music probably 7 or 8 years ago, like lyrical songwriting stuff. And I don't know, playing drums is fun, but I don't like following other people's rules or whatever. So it's cool to have your own band and have your own microphone.
Do you know Mike Stinson?
Yeah.
So, Mike started off on drums, and he says, when you're 16, the allure of having to carry your drums later in life loses it really quick. So then I wanted to be the front guy.
Until you start playing with people that have cool amps and big amps, and then it gets worse. Drums are way easier to carry around
Than all that.
Heavy cabs.
a fucking refrigerator.
We are talking Mr. Garrett T-Caps. And Justin, what's your last name, sir?
Boyd.
Justin Boyd. Justin got to San Antonio as fast as he could. You are tuned in to the Lone Star Jukebox. You can listen to us on our iOS app, as well as Android, as well as Lone Star Jukebox.media. Speaking to the Americana's latest, I can't say breakout star, because to me, he's been a star since the moment I heard him play. But so, Garrett, you just got back from Europe? You were traveling Europe, sir?
2 shows.
Yeah? Where were you, sir?
Leiden, which is a suburb of Amsterdam, a college town, and Groningen, which is one of my favorite places to go to.
Is Groningen, is that also in Holland?
Yes, Northern Holland.
Okay.
Take Root Festival.
There's a festival called Take Root. They're highly responsible for my music's presence in the Netherlands. They're a pretty progressive American roots festival. They have the tried and true stuff, but they also book a lot of indie bands.
Yeah, that's great. I travel a lot through Holland, all over the world.
Oh, cool.
But I love the whole Amsterdam thing and all that. But I love that those Europeans get what we have, and they love Doug and they love all the bands that come out of Texas and anywhere else, that have that, what I call true honky tonk, and
We're literally just talking about. Torrin was talking about someone that opened for us in a town that I cannot remember. I remember everything about the gig. It was when your fuse blew.
Yeah.
And I mean, Justin plays the modular synthesizer, which is one of a kind. I mean, it's like essentially a pedal board, but like way more complicated.
Yeah.
But you can't replace it. So if the power goes out or something goes wrong, like it did on day 14 or whatever.
Of 15.
Yeah.
Was it the last-
Yeah, like the day before the last show.
There was someone that opened for us. His name was Bar Tra or something. He was an extremely nice guy. I'm going to get his name wrong because Torrin was talking about Texas music with him. And like he was talking about Link Ray with him. He was just saying.
oh god,
And he was like, I never heard of Link Ray.
ooh,
Torrin's like,
Huge.
I mean, that's like his god figure. But
Torrin's a guitar player.
our guitar player.
yeah, you don't get any better than Link Ray, man.
But it's funny, and I hope that there aren't people from the Netherlands that are listening to this, but it's funny hearing people over there emulate American music sometimes. Because, like, obviously, European and all world music, every culture has very special music. It's just, like, really weird to me that region in particular is, like, really into specific Texas music.
So how large of crowds were you playing to, Garrett?
I think 200 to 400 to 500 people.
Yeah.
We did a festival, the same festival. We went on this tour in 2019 and we played Spain, Belgium, Spain, one German gig, and a few in the Netherlands.
One in France.
One in France at a performing arts center. And we landed in Houston, and I turned my phone on. We had just played Groningen. That was our last gig of the tour, and it was a really cool crowd. And I turn on my phone, and I have an email from the Take Root guy who presented our show in Groningen the night before. And I turn on my phone in Houston, and he says, "Hey, what would it take to get y'all back here? Nikki Lane
Ooh.
canceled."
Oh man.
In 2 weeks.
And yeah, and it was in 3 weeks. And I just saw the Drive By Truckers play in Austin last night. They're one of my all-time favorite bands. And I've always wanted to share a bill with them. And Brandi Carlile had canceled as the headliner for the festival. Brandi Carlile and Nikki Lane were headlining the festival. And 3 weeks out, the festival booked us to replace Nikki and the Truckers to replace Brandi Carlile.
That's pretty good replacement there.
I mean, it kind of says it all. I don't know what that says, but it says it all.
Well, I mean,
But that was an epic
that was
show.
a
There's
crowd.
some incredible
And that was the
footage.
biggest crowd we played to
Yeah.
on that tour. Yeah.
I don't know how many people were there, but
It was a
they
lot.
didn't give a shit if we were Nikki Lane. They had fun. We found a video from that show. Robert Ellis was playing piano.
oh, fucking love Robert
And-
Ellis.
and,
man. He's
there's
a
a vi-
Houston boy, you know.
I know. There's a video of us playing that show that I just uncovered a few days ago with Robert on the keys. He played the same stage as us.
He came out for the encore.
He came out to play Born in San Antonio with us and a few other friends. And it's like a perfect footage because it's like right up near the stage and like one of our friends that was there, like, we had a bottle of Don Julio that they gave us, and like during the big bridge in Born in San Antonio that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Fred, the tambourine guy, heads Don Julio to the crowd. So they're passing
Pass it around the stage, and then
and then the guy with the camera picks up the tequila bottle and holds the Don Julio right in front of the camera.
It's just like a random YouTube video of the show.
I hope you share that video, Mr.
Oh, we can
Katz.
find it.
Yeah.
It was just like a nice memory because so much has happened since then. That was about 2 years ago, and it was a blur because like Justin was there for 30 hours tops.
Myself and the drummer flew in and then had to fly right back out. Like we played the show and then left.
I'm sure Europe was happy. So, Garrett, I've been thinking about this, and we're all saying, what the hell does T stand for? So from now on, it's Garrett Tejano Caps.
Well, it's actually Tyson.
Well, today it's Tejano, okay? You can change it back when you can see your mama, But,
Oh, all right.
but so it seems like you have an incarnation of many bands that you play with or put together or pickup bands or maybe you took to Europe or what you're doing tonight. How does all that transpire?
Well, it's always kind of been this way. Like I've always changed my musical styles, but as time goes on and gigs happen and creative inspiration happens and friendships and collaborations happen, I have a few different lineups, I guess, and I blame San Antonio's music scene on it actually, because it was all over the place all the time. You could play 3 shows a week for -$7 each, and just play whatever music you wanted. And I don't really know how to explain it, except like I like to gig, and I like to make different kinds of music with my friends.
Well, you do it quite well, sir. And one of the things that puts a smile on my face is when in that song, we got the Butthole Surfers and Bongo Joe. I mean, I traveled San Antonio for business forever, and I remember seeing Bongo Joe over that bridge right there, man, and hanging out with him and bringing him food and listening to him play and people going, who in the hell is that black man? But. And the guy was amazing.
Right. I never saw Bongo Joe. Did you?
A lot of times? Not a lot, but just on a random trip in junior high.
I have that reissue that just came out on a cool label.
Yeah.
That seems, I forgot what label that's on, but it's cool.
Yeah,
It's like an artifact.
Did our Huli put out the first one?
Oh my God, our Huli, that was Chris Drakowitz. I mean, that was such an amazing label. And when I think about you, Garrett, and I think about what you talk about Bongo Joe, I think of Ted Hawkins, and I think of people that Solomon Burke, and
Wow.
And I really mean that. I mean, I've been doing radio a long time, and it's not rare, maybe whatever, but it's really cool to come upon someone like yourself who not only embraces the Santiago Jimenezes of the world, but
I mean, there's only one.
Yeah, there is. Well, his dad was named Santiago también.
Well, I mean,
of course, he
there's
got
only one.
Flaco.
But still.
But when he says, "All
Santiago
right,
Jimenez Jr.,
you'll pick
yeah.
it up," and he goes, "Uy!" Throws a grito out into Margarita, Margarita.
Oh, yeah.
And I love it, man. And your love for Doug Somm and just the whole San Antonio vibe and.
Well, it was kind of forced. I mean, I preach about San Antonio because that's where I'm from, and that's about it. I love where I'm from, but like, why not sing about it? And then as soon as people think, and I guess we just got used to playing shows. I mean, Austin is always part of this equation. It always will be, because of our proximity and the cool factor and the potency of talent. And I think I just got really used to like stubbornly yelling at everybody that I was from San Antonio. It seems to be working.
Well, you're on a pretty big soapbox, my friend. People will know when you're from San Antonio, and we're digging it, man. We are absolutely digging it. Garrett Tejano Caps on the Lone Star Jukebox.
We have an album we're putting out next year called People Are Beautiful. I made lots of recordings last year, and the I Love San Antonio record is one of the pandemic albums I made, which I'm happy that it's in the world. But we also worked really hard on the final chapter of the In the Shadows trilogy. It's called People Are Beautiful, and we're going to play a bunch of that shit tonight. And then some.
That's awesome.
I think that I'm very happy to say we are the only space country band from San Antonio in the whole world.
I love it. And being from Space City right here in Houston, Texas, that's pretty good stuff. So, and I'm sorry I don't know the answer to this, but didn't you have, or don't you have something on a Netflix series or Hulu or something?
That's funny you mentioned that. I did get a song, the song that will never go away, Born in San Antonio. It was in a Showtime show called Billions a few years ago. But a song off of In the Shadows is going to be on a Netflix show next month. I have no idea how audible it's going to be, but it's going to be on Netflix with a semi-recognizable actress who I cannot remember her name.
Well, I'm sure we'll see it. That's great, though, man.
Wasn't one on NCIS?
Oh, yeah. Another song off of that record was on NCIS LA, and you can't hear it.
It's just playing in the bartender's
Yeah.
like mixing drinks, and it's
You can barely hear it.
It's just like a faint whisper in the background. You get paid for that?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean,
So-
that's how anyone gets paid these days. That's how labels get paid.
Are you hip to Randy Weeks?
No.
So Randy Weeks is a good friend of ours. He wrote a song that Lucinda Williams made big, Can't Let Go. And just today the album hit that Robert Plant and Alison Krauss recorded his Can't
cool.
Let Go.
Wow.
So
I know that song. Yeah.
Randy's going to be making some mailbox money, and not only is he extremely talented, but it's just so happy when I wish every musician was making $1 million a year. I mean, that was always my goal of doing 28 years on public radio, is I wished everybody, every musician, every independent musician could make a living doing their trade, because it's hard. And I know it's hard. And, I've always said, I don't have what it takes to do that. I like my 401k and my insurance, but Lord have mercy, Garrett Tejano Caps. We love what you're doing about them.
Well, I'm glad y'all dig it. There's a lot more shit on the way. I'm glad y'all came down to the Lonesome Rose. I mean, it's like, you got to build your own party in San Antonio. That's my job. That's one of my main jobs, is booking shows and throwing events in San Antonio. And the Lonesome Rose is kind of my hustle in town. So it's cool to do that and have it coincide with making original music and meeting people like y'all and drinking Guinness with whiskey
Well, that's
mixed into
great.
it.
Well, we're going to hook up with you later and talk to you. We got your email and phone number, but we'd like to put some sort of little... I know a lot of folks in San Antonio and the Castro boys. They like your stuff, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, the Castro brothers.
Yeah. And we're thinking
Heard of
maybe
them.
we can do something, but, we know a lot of folks, and there is nothing more than I'd like Mr. Garrett Tejano Caps than to really help you, not only with your bar. Tell the folks about your bar again.
The bar is called the Lonesome Rose. We have been open for 3 years as of tonight.
Awesome.
And we're having a big
Congrats.
celebration.
Salud.
Flacco's playing there on Sunday.
Oh, man.
It's a secret, but it's for this man, Hank Harrison's
Augie,
50-year
yeah.
anniversary of his band.
Yeah.
Peter Rowan's in town.
Oh, my God. Peter Rowan is one of my
Um,
favorite artists
But
ever, man.
I mean, tonight we're having a local band, the Texases, everyone's favorite babysitter country cover band, and Summer Dean. And then tomorrow, Noah Harris from San Antonio, Catherine Legender, and David Beck's Tejano Weekend. And then Sunday is the Hank Harrison party. I mean, this isn't live, so
no, it's not
this
live.
is all
We'll
completely
be good to
dated
go,
already.
Yeah. But
But,
that is Well, I love your vibe. I love your entrepreneurship, and I love the fact that you're writing music and that you get the genre that you're putting out. You know, whatever one may call it. I just say, just shut up and listen to it, because you're gonna dig it and you're gonna dance and you're gonna have a lot of fun. And I tell you, the world needs more people like you, Mr. Garrett Capps.
We will see.
Well, trust me, sir.
Thanks for listening, man. I feel like
I got a couple years on
you. It's good
you.
to get back out and gigging and just being yourself. There's a lot of people out there that are being assholes and trying to be something for everyone else.
Well, I mean, I don't think anybody needs to tell you stay true to what you're doing, because you already have that. But, you know, altruism and helping other people and getting people involved, and you do that with the many incarnations and partying and hanging with your friends and playing music and Justin and
Wait till you see Justin play tonight.
I can't wait.
Y'all get ready for this.
I can't wait.
He did a big solo last time we were in town. We
Marty Stewart.
we were opening for Marty Stewart at the Heights Theater.
Here at the Heights Theater, yeah.
And Justin, I made sure that he did a big solo.
Well, that's great. That's
And then we
great.
took 2 shots of gin. And then we went to a bar right down the street, a cool dive bar.
The Big Star Bar?
Big Star Bar.
Yeah.
And a woman told me I needed to start drinking water soon. After someone else told me that her stepson was a shithead, i.e. John Popper.
That's true. That's right.
God damn, you guys.
Son-in-law.
And
I was gonna say it was
Yeah.
there's a song right there. But so
John
we
Popper
are.
is a bad husband / son-in-law.
Says his mother-in-law.
Says his mother-in-law.
God
John
damn it.
Popper's mother-in-law doesn't like him anymore.
Well, shit, I don't like him either. So, you are tuned in to the Lone Star Jukebox. I'm Rick Izquierdo, sitting here with Mr. Garrett T. Capps and Justin Boyd, right?
correct.
There you go, the man who makes magic happen.
Get ready.
We're at the Continental Club in Houston. Thank you to Pete and Alan and all the great folks that helped put this together. So we're going to say goodbye to you and look forward to your show tonight. But, man, we wish you the best of luck. And I want to thank my crew, Leroy Gibbons on camera, of course, Henry Rogers, who is the czar of sound. And we love you guys, man. So thank you so much.
Thanks for coming out and doing this, and we're happy to be here. This is I love Houston.
Well,
Houston's cool.
I want a song, I love Houston.
We'll see. I do.
But
do
I
love
hate
Houston.
that goddamn son-in-law.
I hate the moisture in the air.
Keeps you young.